Hi guys, and welcome back to the Discord bot tutorial series. In this episode we are going to do a suggested video where we make a command that triggers an event which blocks any pings to a specific user. Right, so to get started, what we're going to first do is create a new cog. We're going to call it management.py. If you missed the video about cogs, go back to the last episode and you can learn about what cogs are and how they work in that. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is, actually we'll just come over to our info cog and copy the boilerplate code. And just delete the commands. And we'll change this to management. Okay. Now, what we're first going to want to do is we're going to want to open up our config file. We'll do this outside of the class. And we'll open it as F. Then we'll get our config data. It's JSON.load. Oh, we also need to import JSON actually. Okay, now we're going to create a variable called noPing, and that will equal config data will equal noPing. So right now our config data doesn't have this attribute noPing. Why are we getting? Oh, we haven't passed in file though. Okay, so right now config data doesn't have the attribute noPing. So what we're going to want to do is we're quickly going to go back to the main file. And we're going to come to our config template here. We're going to add noPing exactly as you spelled it previously. And it'll equal an empty list. Right, and if you already have a config JSON, which you probably should, you're also going to want to add that onto the end of it, just so no errors will be caused. So like so. Now, we are just going to be storing this data inside our JSON file, which, although it works, wouldn't be ideal if the server was large or the bot was spread across multiple servers. In that case, you would want to use a database, but that's a bit too advanced for this series at the moment. So I'm going to just use the config file for now. Okay, so we're going to come back to our management script and create our command first. So at commands.command we'll call it noPing, and we're going to want to pass in self because it's in a cog, context, and member, which will be a discord.member. Okay, so then what we're going to want to do is say, first of all, append the member onto the noPing list. Actually, we'll append the member.mention because that's what we're going to be looking for. Then we're going to open the config file again. This time we're going to want to open it with read permit. read and write permissions, so we're going to open it as R+. We'll open it as F again. So data equals JSON.load F data no ping equals no ping. So update the JSON file, but it won't save anything just yet. So to save it, we're going to do f.seek 0 to return to the start of the file. F.write JSON.dumps data and f.truncate. Okay, and that's it. Now we're just going to output a message. So ctx.send. We'll make an f string. Member.name, because we don't actually want to tag them for this, was added to the no ping list. Okay, so that's the command done. This won't actually do anything. All this is doing is adding a member to the file. So to handle it, what we are also going to want to do is a commands.cog.listener, and we're going to want to call the onMessage event. Which is just on_message. We'll pass in message. And the first thing we want to do is we want to check if the message contains any mention of a user in the no ping list. So we say if any word in message.content for word in no ping. This will essentially return true if they find a word in the message which is a mention which is in no ping. Okay, so then if we do that, we want to delete the message. So await message dot delete, and we're also going to send a message to the author. Await message dot author dot send. You cannot tag that user. Okay. Where are we getting this management? Oh, we haven't passed in self here. We need to pass in self. There we go. Now, normally with an onMessage event, you would have this this command at the bottom to essentially allow any of the next commands to be processed. But because we're doing this in a cog, we don't actually need that, because the default onMessage event is already called and it already has the process commands. So we can just leave this like this. If we did add it, what it would actually do is it would process this command twice, which we wouldn't want happening. Okay, so I think that's about it. As we can see, our JSON file is empty, so let's boot up the bot. Okay, I think I figured out why we possibly may be getting this error, so let me see. I think this should be a lowercase c. Let's rerun. Yes, okay, that was it. Bot is now ready. Right, so let's head back into test server and we'll say, oh, before we do it, I'll just quickly show you again. No ping is empty. Now let's say exclamation mark no ping, and we'll just say myself. Remember, we have to actually tie it. And as we can see, my mention ID thing has been added into the no ping list. So now let's boot up Edge so I can use my separate Discord account for testing. And so that's just from when I was testing this yesterday. Okay, so now if we try and ping, we can see we get a message back saying you cannot tag that user, and the ping was deleted. There are a few issues with this. Well, I won't call them issues, but for example, when I did the no ping command, it sent me the message saying you cannot tag this user. Now, that's something you could easily handle, but we're not going to bother doing it in this video. Also, something you might want to consider is adding some validation in here to make sure it is a valid member and everything. But other than that, there's not much more to explain about this. You may also want to add a command yourself to allow pinging again, so to remove the person from the no ping list. Again, that should be pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go into doing so in the video. And of course, you don't actually need that. You can just come here and remove them manually from the no ping list. Where are we getting that? Oh, okay, I just noticed something. We never actually said await ctx.send here, so that would explain why we didn't get the message. Yeah, okay. So make sure you add that await there, but the thing will still work 100%. Okay, so that's it, guys. I am starting to run out of ideas for this series, to be honest. So I could really do with some more suggestions in the comments. I do have a few more ideas left myself, but it's interesting. So that's why I've been kind of stretching out the time in between episodes recently. In the next episode, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a profanity filter. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.